Hey everyone, here's Tiago from Podsqueeze, and today I am setting up my own automation for my own podcast, the Indie Founder Podcast, and I figured that I would also share how I'm setting everything up with you because it might also be relevant for some of you. So the way I'm thinking to do this automation is I will have a note. By the way, this is N8N, so this is an automation tool, and there's many like Zapier and Make. So I have a note, an RSS feed trigger that every time there's a new episode, it will call Podsqueeze. Then in our Podsqueeze account, we are going to create all of the assets that I want to basically share. Then we are going to schedule them on LinkedIn and Twitter. So let's go first to Podsqueeze. And I have set up a folder specifically for this. I call it RSS N8N folder, I believe. It's already here, so I can see it. Indie Founder RSS Automation is the name. So I already shared, or I already converted one episode. So now it's time to create my custom content because I want to create specific content. So the first one I want to create is the first post, basically saying that there is a new episode out there. So I will give it a name. And now we're going to define. Maybe I'll do it for LinkedIn first. And I will create my custom content. So I will give it an example of some LinkedIn posts I have made in the past. I think with this AI, it's always better to give an example because then it's easier to figure out the type of voice you want. So let me see my posts. I'll go to, okay, I'll just copy paste it. Here are some examples of my LinkedIn posts. Example 1, and I'll give it another example. Let's go further down. Okay, I don't need to give it all, but so that it understands what I want. Example 2, done. And now here's what I want on the type of voice and structure of the example posts above. Write a short LinkedIn post where you announce the release of a new episode of the Indie Founder podcast. Briefly explain what we cover in this episode, and at the end tell people that they can listen wherever they listen to their podcasts, Spotify, Apple, etc. So I think it's already a good post. So let's see what it generates. I'll copy and apply. Okay. So it took this as an example. So this was part of the example I sent it. So maybe not the best. Just dropped a new episode of the Indie Founder podcast. This week I walked you through how I'm automating my entire workflow from press releases and social media. Okay, that's good. Okay, I just don't like this initial part. So I think this is probably because of the examples, because I gave examples of things that are not necessarily podcasting related. So I think it would be actually better to find something where I am speaking about my podcast. Okay, maybe this will be better, just to understand. So I will go back to the prompt. Yeah, see, it's because of this day 12 automation. So I will remove this example and paste another one. Let's see. Okay, dropped a new Indie Founder podcast episode today. This one's a deep dive into how I've been using AI and N8N has been my workflows, everything from press releases to newsletters to posting across multiple. I break down the real automation. I think this is good. This is quite good. So let me actually just copy this prompt because I will use it again for the Twitter. So now let's do the same, but for Twitter. You can also give it examples. So if you go to X posts, you can just give it examples, but this will basically generate an X post based on the example you gave it, but I want to have more control. So now I will just give it like this, but you can call it whatever you want. And I will just give it a few examples. So instead of giving the examples of LinkedIn, now it makes more sense to give examples of Twitter posts based on this type of structure, short Twitter posts. Okay, let's copy this and then let's apply. Yeah, cool. New Indie Founder episode just dropped. I went deep into how I'm automating my workflow, shared my stack, shout out to N8N. I talked about boosting distribution. Some experiments failed, some are crashing it. Also share what's next for Podsqueeze. listen whatever again. Okay, it's good. I can always adapt it in the future if I don't like it, but so far so good. So I have already 2 posts for an announcement, and now I want to create 2 other posts for like a more in-depth kind of repurposing of what I shared. Based on this type of structure, write a short LinkedIn. Oh, okay. I just realized that I left on the Twitter content the LinkedIn post, but that's fine. And these are Twitter posts. These are not LinkedIn, but let's keep it like this. Let's see if it works. Write short LinkedIn posts where you identify some lessons and thoughts I share on this podcast episode, and pick a few of the most engaging and important ones. This episode in particular was about automations, about N8N, so I'm expecting something in those lines where people can read it. Okay, let's see. Automating my indie founder life, is it working? This week I went all in automations. The results, way less manual work is what I've learned. Setting up your own open source automation stack. Yeah, it's dense, very dense with information. Automating newsletters and press releases, game changer. Social posts, same story. It's good. I just find it maybe a little bit too long, but I think it's good. I just needed to make it a bit shorter. Okay, there's automating everything actually moving. Yeah, it's similar to the style I normally write. So I'll just save it for now. I can always adapt it in the future. So cool. Now I already have 1, 2 LinkedIn, and basically 4 posts. 2 of them for Twitter and LinkedIn to kind of announce the new episode, and then the other 2 to kind of be more in depth. So that's quite cool already. So let's use this. But this time, after finished running, I will already have all of this content created. I'm sorry, I had to stop that recording, but now we are back. We are just about to finish. So our Podsqueeze node just ran, and now we just need to connect it. And now we just need to wire things up. So as you can see here on the, let me just move me here. As you can see here on the left side, this is all the assets that were generated by Podsqueeze. And this is our content, our personalized content. So new episode announcement LinkedIn. We just have to move it here to text. Bam. So now it just connects to LinkedIn. Now the same thing for Twitter. We go here on the Podsqueeze nodes, and we go to new episodes announcement Twitter. Done. And now we are going to wire up again. So here, all right, everything is wired up. And now if I just run everything, it will post first the initial and then the second. But what I actually want to do to make things even a little bit more interesting is to generate an image to go along with my LinkedIn post. Let's connect like so. So this will now generate an image, which I think it can be really cool. So so now this is already the prompt. Generate an image that illustrates what's going on in the post, and I will put the new LinkedIn announcement post. Done. So this will already generate an image. So I didn't figure out still yet a way to basically create an image for, or to post an image with Twitter. So at the moment, this will only work for LinkedIn. But once I figure it out, I will let you know. So now I just ran the image. You can view it. Generated this. The way you connect it is you go here and you go to, so you can see that this is already broken. So let's first of all fix this. We want the new episode announcement LinkedIn. That's the first post, because now it's not connected. So previously it was connected directly to the Podsqueeze node. Now because it is not, I need to go and fetch from the Podsqueeze node. That's why it was having a problem. And now we just want to go media category image, and then here is called, I believe, image. It's called, right? Or data. Sorry. So just to summarize, we'll fetch the latest episode, run that episode against Podsqueeze, fetch the personalized content we already created, generate an image, create a first post on LinkedIn and on Twitter, wait for 2 days and create a second post on LinkedIn and on Twitter as well. We have a full automation now that basically repurposes our content. And let's just run it once so that you can see that everything is posted. So this will take a few minutes. In the meantime, let me show you how it looks like here in Podsqueeze. So these were for some of the episodes we ran. And as you can see, these episodes, it was ran through the API, through the automation. Everything is generated here with the proper title. So you can also go here and you can edit the content. You can edit your Podsqueeze episodes, create your short clips. So it's like a normal episode. It was just generated the same way it would be generated if it would be through the Podsqueeze UI. So now we just finished running the Podsqueeze node. Now it's generating the image. Now here to generate the image, by the way, this is a GPT node. So you do need to connect with your GPT API. So you need to create an OpenAI account, have an API token and add it here. And now we are creating the first post. It's done, creating the first tweet. So done, first post created. New in the Founder podcast episode is live. You're a founder drowning in manual tasks, dreaming. This episode is all about you. Listen whenever you listen to your podcasts. Tweet. This week I dive into the sharing what worked, what broke, and what I learned. Reddit accounts were lost in the process. It's quite funny. Everything automated, following my own type of voice. So that's it. I just need to focus on recording the episode, editing it, publishing it, and then all the promotion will be done through Podsqueeze. Let me know if you have any questions, any other suggestions on how to improve this automation. And if you do have questions, feel free to just add them to this video. I would love to answer you. And as well, I will make this full automation available in the video. So you go to the notes of the video, because you can just import it. So you can get this automation, click here, and then import from file, and it will import everything. The only thing then you'll need to do is to connect each one of these nodes to the credentials with your own credentials. That's the only thing you need to do, and it's basically running for you. So again, any questions, feel free to share them in the comments. See you next time.